Of all these different Germanic tribes that come to dominate the areas that had been controlled by the Roman Empire, without a doubt, the one that is the most successful, the most long-lasting, the one that establishes hegemony, that was one of the words from an opening question, means kind of like power and control over an area, is the Franks. And these folks are governed by a series of strong rulers. You know that from the readings already. And they really come to prominence starting in the 400s under the rule of a guy by the name of Clovis. Clovis is a Frankish king. He is one of many different Frankish kings. They are loose, they're kind of independent, they often fight with each other. And he comes to prominence, if you're looking at the dates here, he starts in 466, or is born in 466, which means that if Rome isn't finally sacked until 485, when he comes to power, the Roman Empire is still a thing. And he actually had been a Roman military commander, like his father and his great-grandfather had been. Around 500, and you know this again from the readings, Clovis converts to Christianity. And because he does that, he gains the support of the church in Rome, and in turn, he leads large numbers of his followers to convert to Christianity. And at a very superficial level, that sounds like a warm, fuzzy conversion story. But that's in the year 500. And I want to go back 15 years before that and think a little bit about what happens before Clovis converts to Christianity and gets the support of the church that's still around in Rome and lots of people who were Catholics or Latin Christians. In 486, even though he had been a Roman military commander, he ends up turning against Roman rulers and defeating them in battle, a battle known as Saison. Well, if you know that the city of Rome itself has just been sacked and the Roman emperor is gone, maybe that's a good time to get out of the pay of Rome. A few months later, he finds another Frankish king who's kind of as powerful as him, captures him, his name's Ragnachar, has him and all of his brothers killed. Not a very Christian thing to do. He ends up taking his sister and negotiating a marriage alliance with the guy who is in charge of the Italian peninsula, a guy by the name of Theodoric. And then he tries to expand into Burgundy, the area that's kind of that olive drab in this map here, and isn't successful, and ends up, instead of using his military to get in there, offering himself as a husband to the king's daughter. The daughter's name is Clotilda. Again, you know this from the readings, but it's kind of funny that Clovis and Clotilda get hitched. And Clotilda is Roman Catholic. So perhaps in some ways the conversion is very heartfelt, but perhaps in many other ways, Clovis, who is really clearly opposed to Christianity at first, sees a lot of the advantages that it offers him. It gains him the support of all sorts of really rich and powerful people who are still around even though the structure of Rome is gone. And it also gives him the ability to expand and to capture and kill other people, saying that he's doing it as a type of almost holy war and expanding Christianity. So he defeats the Alemanni, who are a German tribe from the Rhine River. Then he defeats the Visigoths and creates a new kingdom that reaches all the way from basically modern-day Spain's borders into modern Germany, including France and Belgium and the Netherlands. And his followers end up ruling large territories as counts, and they do so side by side with church officials, bishops and priests, from the Roman Catholic Church, or from the church that was based in Rome itself. So what we've got here is people who are Germanic, who have converted to Christianity, and govern people who are both Germanic and Christian too, and kind of fuse their identities together.